And with inspiration of all the devotees, and especially the visionary ideas by Madan Sundar Prabhu, we actually ended up in doing several initiatives, one of which was this competition. The idea came, why not we organize an online competition wherein devotees and all across the world, devotees and children and people in general, they can share their creativity in the form of paintings. So this was the online painting competition we organized, and you will be amazed to know across 16 countries in the globe, there was a participation. More than 400 people participated across different age groups, right from age 5 to age 72. And we could finally, with all the great coordination by the devotees of congregation, we could arrive at 118 winners, and some of the glimpses you can see on the screen. And we also had this live on Facebook. So, we could have viewers' choice also. So we were as many as 9 winners on viewers' choice, very innovative printing, special innovative prize awards for 4 winners. And we also could distribute 61 consolation prizes. So we can move ahead now. So with the success, success of online painting competition, devotees were really encouraged. This is the team led by Madan Sundar Prabhu and several members of Atul Prabhu, members of Hinjawadi congregation. We can go ahead, Prabhuji. So with enormous success of this online competition, the idea sprouted. Why not we utilize similar theme during Janmashtami, where we could not physically, enter into a temple and serve lordships? Why not bring lordships into our own homes, across the globe? So one competition was multiplied into 8 competitions. Can you please stay on that slide, Prabhuji, for a minute? Yeah, one. Yeah. So we could come out with as many as 8 competitions in place of 1. So as you could see, we had shloka recitation, then we had my hero, which means, every person will have his spiritual hero. It could be Arjun or Hanuman or Krishna himself, and how do I feel about it? So there is an elocution competition. And then there is a creative side, revealing your creative side in the form of submitting poetries. And then, of course, we had painting. And then there are several other categories which were really appreciated by all the participants. We had Madhurim Roop. You can dress out like a character picking out from scriptures. Then you can sing bhajans in the glories of the Lord. Then you can also enact a pastime of your favorite pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. So these were, such just glimpses of 8, as many as 8 online competition and contest we conducted. We can go ahead, Prabhuji. So we began planning well in advance, and that was, I think, the changing point. This event went on to become an international event. As many as 12 countries across and 80 cities, people could participate in all of these 8 competitions: painting, bhajan kirtan, madhurim roop, poetries. And as you can see, this is one of those beautiful Jagannath Baldev Subhadra painting, which came as an entry. And people were so creative. We could have participation from as much as younger as a 2 months old baby who was dressed up as baby Krishna, and as elders as good as 76 years old elders. They all participated enthusiastically in these wonderful competitions. So one of the paintings of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, this was one of the award-winning entries, and there was an enormous success. So everybody, we got very positive feedback from all the viewers. We can go ahead, Prabhuji. So this went on to become a real international event. Some statistics for your pleasure, as you could see on the screen. We had participation across all age groups, but mostly they were from the teenagers, as you could see, from age 88 to 14, thanks to the 2-month-old online storytelling. We've been conducting every day of the week. So we have a team of devotees who could conduct the storytelling from Mahabharata and Ramayana. We've completed as many as 40 sessions of Ramayana so far. So these were the prime audience which naturally migrated to these online contests. We can go ahead, Prabhuji. And coming up is another the way of statistics. How different participation. Sloka competition we had as much as 11%, and most popular was painting competition, of course, followed by wonderful bhajans and kirtans. We could go ahead, Prabhuji. So these are some of the statistics for your pleasure. And now what we show is some of the glimpses. This is one contest we said Madhurim Roop. As you could see, children were so enthusiastic, and we had criteria as how many aids you can utilize while sitting at home to describe that pastime and display the mood of that personality. So you can see wonderful images. You have Lord Vitthal Dev, you have Lord Krishna with Arjun, Hanumanji, Lord Vishnu giving, Chaturbhuj Darshan, and so many wonderful facets. People could focus. As you could see, 32 signs on the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So that was a 6 months old baby. Parents took several efforts to really come out with these themes. Yeah, we can go ahead, Prabhuji. And similarly, like Madhurim Roop, we have these wonderful paintings, a manifestation of people, people in general, expressing their love for Lord Krishna, different pastimes, and this is from a younger age group. We can go ahead, Prabhuji. And similarly, we had the elders, bringing out so many wonderful paintings. We were, completely amazed the kind of paintings they submitted. We can go ahead, move ahead. Wonderful pastimes. You have Trunavart, you have Bakasur, you have, Yashodanandan and Kaliya Krishna. And then, of course, from Ramayana and Mahabharata. We can move ahead, Prabhuji. So you can just, amazed. We were amazed with the thought process which went on to, getting into drawing these paintings. And to our amazement, even the outsiders, non-ISKCON devotees, so as to call, they came out with such wonderful paintings of Srila Prabhupada. And of course, we have devotees, painting for His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. And at the bottom, you can see the quality of paintings, the Radha Krishna deities and Vishnu deities. It was just an amazing exercise. For us, it turned out to be a complete Krishna conscious month, looking at these paintings, scrutinizing them, evaluating them. And, it was a tough time, but it was a wonderful challenge. So with that, this was a quick glimpse. We can move ahead, Prabhuji. So we just wanted to, submit these offerings at the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani and announce some of these, wonderful names for the team. We had Atul Prabhu and family, Manish Prabhu, Shikhar Prabhu. I may not be able to take individual name, but just to tell you, as many as 10 families, they were fully focused for last almost 6 weeks, more than 6 weeks, doing back end, doing front end, and they were completely, engaged into running this online context. And believe me, it was enormous work, to coordinate with so many participants at the same time, coordinate with evaluators and, working at the back end with Facebook uploads and, getting their views. So I think overall it was a fulfilling satisfaction which each devotee expressed. We can move ahead. We are really grateful for these team members, from the congregation, and towards the end, this all could happen by inspiration. Our founder Acharya, Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, our Guru Maharaj, and the source of inspiration. And above all, we have His Grace Radhesham Prabhu always encouraging us, with this wonderful contest. He gave a wonderful concluding speech. Yesterday, we had the online prize distribution ceremony. So Radhesham Prabhu gave a wonderful speech. We can move ahead. So we are really grateful, to all our leadership to guide us at every point of time. So this is just a glimpse of our team. This one picture we had clicked. We thought it will represent most of our congregation members. This was from Badrinath. Last year we've had a wonderful excursion to Badrinath, one of our spiritual retreats. So we could say that, these are some most of our congregation members and devotees part of this entire initiative. We can move ahead. So we would like to express our sincere gratitude to all the devotees and Vaishnavas, without whose blessings we could not, perform this Herculean task. So this is wonderful darshan of home deities, Sri Radha Van Vihari and Sri Gaur Nitai. So thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to share these, small offering of what we had in, in the lockdown months. So thank you very much, Hare Krishna, on behalf of Evolve Initiative. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Shankar Pandit Prabhu, I think you are on mute.
Hare Krishna. Audible?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I said thank you, Anantashesh Prabhu, for your wonderful experiences shared and the insights that so many children have participated in these wonderful cultural competitions, devotional competitions, and similar set of such competitions, devotional competitions, which were held recently, the winners of which will be announced in the evening cultural program. And as of now, we are moving ahead to a very wonderful program, which is a virtual visit to homes of devotees who are going to share their wonderful experience of decorating the deities or offering bhoga to the deities, various aspects. So we'll see this. So it's made in the form of a rainbow color theme. So on this auspicious, glorious occasion of Srimati Radharani's appearance day, there are 12 families who want to give us this valuable blessed darshan of their home deities, and there has been efforts taken in order to see that there are different activities in each of the houses. So typically this is considered as a rainbow theme, rainbow colors. So there are red colors, orange color, blue color, purple blue, peacock blue. So there are different colors have been chosen, which basically means in different houses the deities have been dressed in such similar colors. In one particular color, red color, we'll find the deities dressed with, or similarly with the other colors chosen. And in terms of activity, we'll find in one of the houses there is an abhishek going on. In one of the house there is darshan. In one of the house there is the deities are being offered dhup arti. In one of the house they are being offered bhoga. One of the houses they are being offered kirtans. Like just like Narad Muni when he visits Dwarka and he sees Krishna in multiple palaces. Krishna is doing different activities. So it's a wonderful experience for each one of us that we can get this opportunity to visit all this. We have a sequence of about 12 devotees in whose houses we can get an opportunity to get the blessed darshan of. So we will like to begin with the house of Keshav Priya Mataji and Bihari Krishna Prabhu. Keshav Priya Mataji, Bihari Krishna Prabhu and Keshav Priya Mataji, most of us may be aware that they are counselors for quite some time. They are practicing devotional service for more than 2 decades or so. In fact, you can find that their entire family is devotees. Their son, their daughter, their son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and including all the children. How wonderfully they have been named also as Aradhita, Sia, Ram. I think Ram is the latest, that is just hardly 9 months old, very small. So we can find such a very devotional atmosphere. They have this deity of Sri Radha Vasant Bihari Ji. These deities were invited in 2001, so practically almost about 20 years old. These deities have been invited, and since then they have been devotionally serving these deities. Personally, Rupa Goswami Prabhu had personally accompanied them in order to get these deities from Jaipur, and eventually they were welcomed by the blessings of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj. And on the day of Vasant Panchami, these deities were named, and that is how we find that these deities are being named as Sri Radha Vasant Bihari Ji. Hare Krishna. So we'll get an entrance into the house of Sri Bihari Krishna Prabhu and Keshav Priya Mataji, where we have this deity of Radha Vasanta Bihari Ji, where we'll find they are being offered wonderful Abhishek. Hare Krishna. Can there be audio there, or else we can play some kirtans? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Bihari Krishna Prabhu.
गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल श्री हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय।
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Just had visited the house of Bihari Krishna Prabhu and Keshav Priya Mataji with their beautiful deities Radha Vasant Bihari ji. And we always find Bihari Krishna Prabhu very humbly serving Prasadam, very eager to serve Prasadam. And Mataji is very wonderfully engaged in Rajbhog services. Next, we move to the house of Aradhika Devi Dasi, where there is a theme of red color. You can see the wonderful deities of Sri Sri Radha Banke Bihari ji of the house of Aradhika Devi Mataji. Their deities, they were invited in 2009. So almost 11 to 12 years old, they have been invited. And since then, they have been wonderfully being served in their house. This the Prana Pratishtha of this deity has been done by their spiritual master, His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So we'll have a visit at the house of Aradhika Devi Mataji. Yeah, this is the red color theme. You can see the deities are beautifully dressed in red dresses. This is Radha Banke Bihari. Oh. Practically the whole decoration is reddish, including a beautiful umbrella for Srimati Radharani. All the finer details. Right. Even on the top, the whole thing is practically reddish. Looks like even the hosts are in red. Krishna. Right. Very beautiful deities. Hare Krishna. So this family of Yamunacharya Prabhu, Aradhika Devi Mataji, then children Krishna and Sejal. As we just already mentioned that this Pran Pratishtha was done by Lokanath Swami Maharaj, 2009. They are engaged in Rajbhog services at Radha Kunja Bihari Mandir. Typically, they used to go every Friday in the temple of Sri Radha Kunja Bihari Mandir. And they are also engaged very blissfully and wonderfully in the Bhagavad Katha Seva. As many of us know that His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj, practically every year there is a Bhagavad Katha. So this family is very much engaged in assisting His Holiness Lokanath Swami Maharaj in the Bhagavad Katha. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Mataji, for the wonderful, blissful darshan of Sri Sri Radha Banke Bihari ji. Hare Krishna. Next, we have a orange theme. Like now we had this red theme. Now we have this orange theme where There is Gauri Mataji. In their house, we'll be having the deities were being offered Dhoop Aarti. Like in the first house, we saw they were being offered Abhishek. And then in the next one, we saw the beautiful Darshan with Radharani having an umbrella also. And the entire theme was like reddish, including red balloons, and the whole decoration was made of red color. So in the house of Gauri Mataji, here we have this theme of orange color. Their family of Krishna, Gabhane, Suchitra Mataji, Chirag, and Lochan. And their deities are named Sri Sri Radha Madan Gopal. These deities were invited in the year 2014, so almost 6 to 7 years. They have been wonderfully being served by their love and devotion. There are some wonderful highlights about the deity, that these deities appeared in Mayapur and then they have come to Pune to live with them. Their first Abhishek was done by their counselor Vrindasaki Mataji. Eventually they were inspired by Radha Kirti Mataji, and then they took to the devotional service of Radha and Krishna, and they are very, very extremely grateful and happy to get this opportunity to have this live darshan to be shown to all the devotees for the pleasure of all the devotees. So over to the house of Gauri Mataji. This is the orange theme. Hare Krishna. Is there any kirtans? I think you are on mute. Sri Sri Radha Madan Gopal deities, they are being offered Dhoop Aarti. Jai Shri Prabhupada.